Hello again! Well, and another parcel. I ordered a few things, I think it was during and right after the London Dollshouse Festival. What was that called? The online version, a few weeks ago. And so now they're all starting to arrive. And let's see what this is. Well, I did not order this. I don't know what that is. A little gift, probably. Or it's not mine, I don't know. Not sure what that is. It's not something I ordered. Maybe it's a gift. I don't know. Ah, here I do see stuff I ordered. And these were all cheap little things. That doesn't work. Let's get this out. Yeah, I really like these. These are little, where's the camera here? I like these. These are for little containers to put in your refrigerator. And I've seen them and I wanted to order them and I never did. And here's something I ordered for... I actually have my old doll's house from the 60s or 70s. No, I think it's the 60s one. And it's one of those plastic doll's houses. And I'll show you in one of my journals. I'm sure I'll show you. But it's packed up and I have to put it together. But I would like to furnish it with these. Oh gosh, it actually moves. That's funny. Plastic, because it is plastic. So I wanted to furnish it with things that match the doll's house. So I really like this one, which was from the same shop. So I ordered that as well. Bought some more of those containers for the fridge. And again, from that same shop, I saw all of these bottles. And I thought they could be great, again, with the 50s doll's house. Because of the colors. The colors are fantastic. They would look great. I have an idea for them. So it's something for the future, but I'll have fun with that. Look at that. Look at all those colors. Fantastic. I love that. A riot of color. I like that. I am cutting, I'm not sure what they're called, rabbits, I think. Not rabbits, the animal, but these bits. So last week I was showing you how I was cutting these rabbits, and I wasn't sure how to pronounce it. And I looked it up afterwards, after I actually published the video, and it's pronounced rabbit, almost like rabbit, but with an E, rabbit. So then later, let me see, Tanya left me a comment and said, in English it's called rebate, pronounced rebate. So that had me confused a little bit. So I looked it up and I found on Wikipedia, I found that rabbit is the American English word and rebate is the British English word for the groove I was cutting. Then I went to the Cambridge Dictionary and So here we have rebate, and it's pronounced a noun. Both of these are nouns in British English and in UK English, US English. And then we have the verb as well in UK English and American English. So let's listen to the nouns in UK English, British English.
Rebate.
Rebate. American English.
Rebate.
Rebate. And then the verb in American English.
Rebate.
Rebate. And then in British English.
Rabbit.
Rabbit. No, I thought that was just so funny.
Rabbit.
It's spelled rebate, but it's pronounced rabbit. And the funny thing was, I didn't even know what it was called in my own language, and I had to look that up too.
Rabbit.
When I was filming the unpacking of those little bottles, I thought I'd show you the box of the doll's house I was talking about, because it has a lovely picture on it of the completed doll's house. But it turns out I don't even have the box. It's just these panels that, it's like a flat pack, and you put them together and it becomes the doll's house. And actually, this isn't even my actual doll's house from when I was a child. Because when I went to get it from my parents' house, it wasn't there anymore. So, and I thought I had the box, and I guess my own doll's house still have the box. So this one is exactly the same as I had, same one. I just bought it online because I wanted it. So basically it is a flat pack, and I'm not going to put it together completely. I'm just going to show you. So these are all plastic and some, I think that might be linoleum. I don't know. And if it is, it could have asbestos in it. But anyway, so it's basically you screw the bottom pieces together, and then these just go in there. And this is the front. And this one is in a bit of a rough state. Mine actually was better, in a better state, but there we go. Don't have it any longer. Look at that. It's so 60s. It's a bungalow. Stay there. And then there's side walls, and they all have wallpaper and everything. It's like a flat pack. Here we go. Side wall. Another wall. And it has a little fountain. And the roof. I don't know if I have that on correctly. Like that now. Goes the other way, but it doesn't matter. Oh, something like this. And it even has an antenna, which is also broken actually, so I'll have to fix a few things. But isn't that fun? So as you can see, it's very 60s. And, oh, that window fell out. Very 60s. Plastic. Very dusty too, but it's been wrapped up. And this corner room is the kitchen. And it could be the bathroom because of the wall tiles, but I remember it as being the kitchen. And this blender goes very nicely with the wall tile color. It blends in very well. And I don't have a kitchen yet. I guess I have to make it myself or buy it. But it's a start. And I don't have the furniture either. I do have some furniture, but not the original furniture, which is a shame. I'll have to do a lot of research into working with these plastics, and I have to do a lot of restoration because there's quite a bit of damage. But as I said, that's for the future because I don't have the time for it yet. Last summer I visited the Westfries Museum in Hoorn. And Hoorn is located north of Amsterdam, right there. The Westfries Museum, on this wonderful town square, is a museum which focuses mainly on the 17th century, including the history of the United East Indian Company, which is a company for trade with Asia, and it was the first multinational in the world and the first company to work with stocks. And in those days, huge numbers of ships departed from and arrived in the harbour of Hoorn, as you can see in this painting with Hoorn in the background. In fact, the city still looks pretty much the same now, some 400 years later. On this occasion, however, I came to visit a small exhibition on hand-painted wallpapers and landscape wallpapers. There were some very pretty designs, mostly 18th century, which I could well see in one of my dollshouse rooms. It was a nice surprise to see these small room boxes hanging on the wall. Now, these room boxes were not meant as room boxes as we know them, but rather to present the customer, and probably the artist too, with an impression of what the final result would be in a room, with a focus on proportion and color and design. So, just as I do with my room box designs, these were simply made, using foam board and cardboard. And these room boxes show examples of the contemporary hand-painted wallpapers by the company Snyder & Co. In the 18th and early 19th century, the city of Hoorn had its own quite well-known wallpaper factory. Not only did they produce the 18th century designs I showed you earlier, but they also created large landscape wallpapers, like the ones you see here. This 12-scale room box is a representation of a real and still existing room with 18th century landscape wallpaper all around the room. The room box is made entirely out of cardboard and paper, well, except for the chandelier, and the carpet, and the upholstery. But it shows how much you can do with simple materials, and I know we could make an even better room box than this one. I know of several miniaturists who use only cardboard and paper and make wonderful work. It would be fun to make a room like this. And in miniature there are several companies selling similar landscape wallpapers or murals. For instance, Susan Bembridge, Les Chinoiseries and Ellison Davies all have them in their collection, and I'm sure there are more companies who sell them. Of course, you could paint your own. My favorite part of this room box, and it may be hard to see if you're watching this on your phone, but this back wall has 4 doors hidden in it. The middle 2 doors I think are hiding a buffet, which was a popular feature in the 18th century. And that's something I would definitely want to add to my room too.